My name is Angelo Mangar Makir. I'm from Africa, Sudan, the largest country in Africa. I'm from the southern part of Sudan. I know many people know about Darfur, but I'm from the southern part of Sudan. Yeah, the term Lost Boys was created by the State Departments and the United Nations. Back in 1987, we were in Ethiopia when we reached there. In 1989, we did get a chance to communicate our message to George Bush the Senior. And they were trying to relocate us in America in the 90s. But it was very difficult from the Arab War to allow us to come to this country. So they come up with that term, the Lost Boys from Sudan, to convince other people that these are just the innocents. They didn't do anything wrong. They have been just victimized for something that they have not done. So the name was created actually to allow us to come to the United States. They call me Lost Boys of Sudan, but I'm not a boy anymore. I'm a grown man now. But I still accept that. So my brothers were killed in 1987. I was 7 years old by then. Like I mentioned earlier, I was playing with them, and my mother was cooking when the Islamic government sent the militia, exact same people that what happened in Darfur, the same thing happened in South Sudan. They sent people to their village to just kill anybody they find, just kill anybody, even the innocent people. So when they entered into my village, they started shooting where they killed my two brothers and my mom the same day. I was playing within my village, within my community, in my house, like the mud house that we were just playing with my brothers and my mom was cooking. It was a very difficult moment for me at that time, at the age of 7, running from something like that and having my mom being shot, and she's still holding me tightly because she doesn't want to let me go. And there's no way I can help her. I can't figure her out. The only thing I can do is just cry, and that cry doesn't help. It was a very difficult and was a very painful moment in my time at that time. And I always think about it, and thinking about my brothers and about my mother. And my mother was so strong, and I thank her for everything that she told me. I didn't know what would have happened to me. And I believe that time God was speaking through her. My mom told me, son, I'm sorry to leave you in this planet at this age, but there's nothing I can do to prevent it. Remember 3 things, she said. Remember God in your life. No matter what happened, have trust in God. 2, she told me, do not steal somebody's things. No matter what happened, you either ask for it or work for it. And 3, respect of other people, regardless of age, color, or gender. Before I could respond, my mom passed away. I ran for 2 days, just crying, no food, no water, until I met a group of people who were also displaced by the same enemy. We walked. While leaving from South Sudan, going toward east where the sun rises, it took us 3 months, walking about 1,000 miles. If I can ask you, whoever is going to listen to what I'm saying, how many people can walk 10 miles in this country? I walked about 1,000 miles at the age of 7. I was sponsored by the Wellspring United Methodist Church, Williamsburg, Virginia. I came in 2001, and my question was, why me and not another Lost Boys? Why me to be chosen to come to Virginia? Why me to be chosen to come to Williamsburg? Why me to be chosen by the Methodist denominations and other people? These are the questions I asked myself. And my conclusion came up, God kept me alive for the purposes that are greater than myself. What happened when they took photos of us and bring them to the United States? They go with our pictures to local church and see if they can choose somebody. And Wellspring United Methodist Church picked me and Samuel sitting there, pick out through our pictures. We never met them before. And when we come, the first time we get here, they pay for our rent, give us food for the past 3 months. We didn't know anything. They have to let us get used to the system, learn how to drive, find jobs, and continue with the lives. Number one, you can do your prayers. You don't know how important it is. You might not know. The 30 second, 1 minute you spend in praying before you go to bed and pray about the suffering people, it is very important. Whatever you can do, whatever gift you make. See me sitting here was from one church who just decided to sponsor me. Now, what difference am I making? Okay, what about 2, 3 churches can do other things like that one church have done? That'd be a great help. The church that sponsored me is in Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia. It's not a big church, it's a small church, but it's full of spirit. There might be a few people. It's about 150, 100 people every Sunday coming to the church. And coming to that church, you will fill up with the Spirit. Church, this is my belief, church is all about, it's not all about having 1,000 people. Even if you are 3, 4, 5, and you really believe in God and committed to do the Word of God, it is very important. It is a great church. It's in Williamsburg, Virginia. Church has been very important to me before when I got to this country, because I believe it was the power of God that kept me alive up to this point. Nowhere a 7-year-old child can walk over 1,000 miles with no food, no water, no shoes. And I made that. I have seen a lot in my life. But when my mom told me to remember God, I go to church every time. And I believe one of the things that led me to be chosen to be a part of the few who come to the United States. The church has been a part of me since I was a child and since I come here. And I understand anybody who go to church understand how important the church is. It's not just about going to church. It's not just about saying I believe in God. It's about showing it through action, through experience.